We are again, all the way to the back, all the way to the right on that tee box this morning with a weekend crowd. You got a weekend crowd coming in that aren't going to be the old pros in the morning. The men's clubs stay away from this place in the weekend. All right, they don't play on the weekend. They play during the week. So now, all day long, I'm going to have amateurs, beginners, mediocre. This place is going to be a driving range scenario this afternoon. Okay? This afternoon, all day long, and I'm going to have a camera here, right here on my patio, recording it. This is reckless endangerment. We're going to have the most mediocre golfers in the valley for the rest of the day, and you might say it sell 175 greens fees today, hitting from that spot over there, not having a clue what they're doing with it. They're hitting a missile with a club called the missile launcher from a launch pad over there, and they have no clue how to launch a missile. They have no clue. It takes years and years and years of practice and dedication to be able to launch a missile accurately over and over repeatedly. These golfers all day, we're going to get a steady diet of kids, young men, old men, women, whatever, that don't know how to play, that are being introduced to the game, and they think this is normal. Now, if I have a real professional golf management team, the first thing you should do is try to make this course play as fast and as safe as you can. By having those tees back there, you're going to make this course play slow today. Why don't you move? You see this blue box up here? Right there. Why don't you move the men's tee all the way to the left toward the lake? Get it as close to the lake as you can and about 20 yards forward of those tees. If you do that, you've just made every house up here safe. Now, I'm going to set up the camera. I got a 4-hour chip in it. I also have a remote control. If I want to, I can sit out here all day, turn it on and off. Every time somebody gets up there, I'll turn it on. We'll record the swings. But you're not going to believe the swings. Like I said before, this isn't the PGA. You're not watching something on TV. These are amateurs, beginners, mediocres, whatever you want to call them, playing. Some of them swing too hard, and the majority of them are going to be, I'd say 90% are going to be right-handed golfers. And right-handed golfers are biased right. When they make a mistake, they hit it right. Everything they hit is either a block or a push or a fade or a severe slice. They don't pull. They don't hit hooks. Beginners hit slices. So now I'm here halfway between the tee and the green, and I got to worry about a guy down here who's the second day he's ever been on a golf course, and he's a gorilla. And he's squeezing the club to where there's blood coming out of the bottom of the shaft. He's squeezing it so hard. He's frozen in a state of trying to remember everything everybody told him. He stares at the ball. He's standing too far from the ball. He stares at the ball for 5 minutes. He doesn't dare pull the trigger. And when he does, who knows where it's going to go. I deal with this day in and day out. Now, when I have children over here or guests, the first thing I have to do is never take your eyes off that tee box when somebody's on it. One of the first rules I learned about golf 50 years ago is you never stand downrange of a tee shot or any kind of shot. And here I am halfway between the green and the tee, and you got a weekend play where you're going to have probably 150 players go through today, and they're going to hit probably, out of 150 players, you're probably going to hit 225 balls. Because this is the hole that they hit the ball in the lake. You've got right-handed golfers, mediocre right-handed golfers showing up all day, bias right, they're aiming right, and now the pin's in the middle of the green. Where is it? It's behind that tree in the middle of the green. There it is. Okay. Now, when you bring a young man or a beginner to this tee box and you figure out the club they're going to hit and you hand them a 5-iron and you go put it on the green, you might as well ask them to do calculus. All right? They haven't got a clue. They're imitating everybody in their group, trying to do what they're doing. And let me tell you about the golf swing. Everything that you intuitively think that you have to do to hit that ball on your own as a beginner is completely 180 out and wrong from a correct golf swing. That's another thing. Most of the people on this course today, probably 95% that go through, have never had a lesson. So they're all swinging wrong. Their mindset for hitting the ball is totally wrong from what it should be. But this is what I'm in for today. I'm going to start recording it. I'm also going to I've got 3 cameras. I'm going to have one on the green. This is going to be a daily basis. One on the green, one on this tee box so we can see the crazy swings. And I'm going to have one facing these plants, my property line. Now, because of the way they've set up the course to where there's a high probability from that tee box that I'm going to have balls in my yard all day, I'm going to have a camera here so you can see how the people walk on my property. How fast they get from their cart on the cart path up onto my property to get their golf ball. Just like my property is part of the golf course. And it is, with no reciprocity. I get nothing from the golf course. If I go in there and want to play around the golf, they ask me for a greens fee. How dare you ask me for a greens fee? What a bunch of morons. Talk about business morons. You got that saying that says you bought a house on a golf course and you're milking it. Why don't you show some class? If you shorten this course, if you were to make this course, that hole, 25 yards shorter today, it would speed play. Same thing on number 5. On the weekend when you're going to have a lot of people and you expect a lot of people, do you want them sitting on tee boxes all day or you want them to move? Shorten the course. You've got mediocre players, non-league players. They haven't had lessons. They haven't played. They're beginners. And you're putting them on a course that you've lengthened to the full length. It's ridiculous. Use your head. Be golf pros. Shorten the course on the weekend. Make it faster and easier to play for these beginner golfers. Now, here I am. I'm probably right now 100 yards, 110, maybe 75 yards from this golfer right here, just off his path. He's a right-handed golfer. Now, if he hasn't had lessons and learned how to close the club, if he overcranks one, he's going to hit a fade. And that went in the lake. So that was short in the lake. Now, he has to take time, go get another ball, set up, hit another shot. He would have made that shot if those tee boxes would have been 25 yards or 20 yards shorter. All right? This is why on the weekend you're slowing up the course by making it so long. They want to play the long course. When it's playing a little faster, let them come back in the week. Make it a short course during the weekend to get the volume of play. Keep it moving and make it move safely. You know you got a demographic of golfer here that doesn't know what they're doing. All right? Fix it.